Unit 3, The Green Movement, IELTS Speaking Part 1. Question 1. Are you concerned about environmental issues? Answer: yes, I am very concerned about environmental issues, especially the endangerment of species and habitat fragmentation. Due to deforestation and overexploitation, many rare species are in danger of extinction. Governments should take action to halt the destruction of ecosystems and reverse the trend of species loss. Question 2. What do you do to help protect the environment? Answer: I try to make small but meaningful changes in my daily life to reduce my environmental footprint. For example, I install energy-efficient light bulbs, use properly insulated walls, and ensure my home has fully sealed windows to save energy. I also carpool with a coworker or use mass transit whenever possible to reduce substantial carbon emissions. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Describe an environmental campaign that you know about. You should say what the campaign is, when and where it takes place, what its goal is, and explain how effective you think it is. One environmental campaign that I know about is the Green Movement, which aims to promote sustainable practices and raise awareness about climate change. This movement started decades ago and continues to grow worldwide. Every year, organizations under the Green Movement launch an annual campaign to encourage individuals and businesses to take environmentally friendly actions. One of the key focuses is reducing the use of pesticides, which can devastate soil quality and cause hazardous materials to enter the respiratory system. The campaign also educates people on alternative approaches to food production, such as organic fertilizers instead of chemical fertilizers. Another important goal of this campaign is to combat pollution. It emphasizes fuel efficiency and encourages people to use mass transit, switch to a daily bicycle commute, and avoid fossil fuel combustion. By making these small changes, individuals can significantly reduce substantial carbon emissions and help in the restoration of the environment. I believe this campaign has been quite effective. In response to public pressure, many governments have introduced new environmental policies and stricter laws to halt the destruction of forests and wildlife. Although there is still a long way to go, these efforts are an important step towards sustainability. IELTS Speaking Part 3. Question 1. What role do individuals play in protecting the environment? Answer: individuals play a crucial role in protecting the environment by adopting eco-friendly habits. They can keep something to a minimum, such as plastic waste, by using reusable bags and bottles. They can also choose an alternative approach by switching to organic fertilizers and avoiding excessive pesticide use. Additionally, individuals can participate in charitable trusts that focus on the restoration of the environment and reforestation efforts. Question 2. What measures should governments take to reduce environmental damage? Answer: governments should take decisive action against activities that harm the environment, such as illegal activities like deforestation and poaching. They should also implement stricter policies on fossil fuel combustion and invest in renewable energy sources to reduce pollution. Moreover, urban planning should focus on preserving an area of pasture and drainage of wetlands to maintain biodiversity. Governments must also ensure that businesses conduct environmental impact assessments before launching new projects.
Part 1 Listening. Today's lecture focuses on the Green Movement, a growing global effort to protect the environment and promote sustainable living. This movement began as a response to rising public concern about pollution, climate change, and the overexploitation of natural resources. One of the main actions taken by environmental groups is to launch an annual campaign targeting various issues such as drunken driving, the use of pesticides, and food preservation. Campaigns aim to raise awareness and encourage individuals to be more responsive to environmental needs. Many species are now in danger of extinction, particularly due to human activities like deforestation and illegal hunting. Conservationists are working on a breeding program for rare species, especially exotic species, in an effort to protect biodiversity. Organic fertilizers are promoted as eco-friendly alternatives to chemicals, and many farming communities are shifting away from heavy reliance on synthetic products. However, change doesn't come easily. It requires determination and a desire to do something better. Many people have dropped out of school or moved away from traditional careers to join the environmental cause. Activists today are expected to submit an outline of projects and fulfill the criteria of international conservation programs. In addition, governments are being urged to take decisive action against companies that pollute and prioritize profit over people. It's important that policymakers approach problems with a long-term view and ensure an equal distribution of resources for all communities. On a more personal level, the green movement encourages each of us to be a dependable person, to adapt to a circumstance, and to strive for sustainability in our daily lives. In doing so, we contribute to a larger cause and help achieve something meaningful, not just for ourselves but for human beings as a whole. Part 2: Reading Human Impact on Ecosystems. Humans have a huge effect on the natural world. Sometimes, these changes are planned, but often they happen without warning. Many unintended consequences come from actions that seem harmless at first. One major issue is how humans introduce foreign elements, either intentionally or accidentally, into a given biological landscape. When animals or plants from another place are brought into a new setting, they can outcompete native species. This may alter a habitat and disrupt delicate ecological balances. For example, certain fish or insects may prey on smaller creatures that have no genetic protections against them. In serious cases, this leads to outright extinction of native species. As scientists explain, even a small number of foreign organisms can devastate something like a marine ecosystem or terrestrial species. Another threat comes from livestock farming, which produces substantial carbon emissions and damages scarce water resources. Large farms use chemical fertilizers, which cause soil erosion and the drainage of wetlands. These effects reduce the number of safe areas where animals can meet survival needs. In many areas, habitat fragmentation has occurred, where natural homes are broken up by roads or cities. Some changes are easier to control. People can reduce emissions by using mass transit, carpooling with a coworker, or choosing a daily bicycle commute. In homes, simple steps like installing energy-efficient light bulbs, using fully sealed windows, or having properly insulated walls help reduce energy waste. Reducing fossil fuel combustion is key, since it produces gases that affect the respiratory system of both animals and humans. Water use is another issue. Every drop of tap water we save matters. In some areas, people don't have purified water or are constantly short of water. Keeping usage to a minimum is essential. Governments have started to act. For example, unrestricted whaling was banned in response to public pressure. Many charitable trusts now support the restoration of the environment and aim to halt the destruction of endangered species. In some cases, animals that were on extinction's doorstep have made a comeback. But more work is needed to reverse the trend and protect what is left.